So again, he gets locked up for this murder. His ex that was in the car with him, this is like video from 2017. You can see the date up here. She's telling already. You know what I mean? Like, you know, most people are civilians. You got to know who you're bringing with you to a murder. Don't bring me to a murder, because I'm going to be up in the interrogation office singing like a Tweety Bird. You're going to see this video later, and you're going to feel like you're retarded for bringing Akademiks with you. Don't bring me at all. Anyway.
And Tamar was just like, shut up, shut up, shut up. And then I was just like, okay. And I was just at the wheel. And then they were pushing him out again, like to finally to agree. And I was like, okay, this is my chance to get away from this dude. So, and then he jumps on my hood. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And I still didn't know what to do. And Tamar was like, keep driving. And he pointed the gun at me. He was like, keep driving, keep driving. And I was like, no. I was like, and I was looking down the highway, so I'm getting away.
Okay. So let's fast forward to now she's in court. Here we go.
After that,
I said that to
a different outfit when she was on the set. Okay, she had this outfit when she was really telling.
Jeremiah's house, or where did you go after?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so, on the way to North Star Mall, what happened?
We hit the light at McCullough, and Tamar took out his gun and pointed it at Mark and asked for his bag. Mark refused to give him the bag, so they all started.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When your ex testifying against you like this, God damn, she remembering everything from 8 years ago like it's no problem, nigga.
Hitting him, and Tamar was hitting him with the gun, and the whole time I didn't look back, but when I did, I saw his face. And I started telling them to let him go. And I just kept screaming, let him go. And Jalen opened the door and started pushing him out. And he was fighting to get back in the car. And then they didn't let him in the car. So he went around the car and he jumped.
Yeah, that nigga getting life. It's over. It's over, bro. Yo, Tay K, man. You better get a studio in your next cell, bro. It's over. You got the witness crying. It's over, man. This shit is fucking over, bro.
Jumped on the hood. And then the light turned green.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right there, okay?
Okay.
So, when you all were at the light on McCullough, you said Tamar produced his gun, correct?
Yes.
And who did Tamar have the gun pointed at?
Mark.
And what was Tamar saying when he had the gun pointed at Mark?
To give him his bag.
And so, once the light turned green, what happened?
He pointed the gun at me and told me to start driving. So I started driving. I didn't know where to go, so I turned into the first place that I saw, which was the Chick-fil-A. Once I turned into the Chick-fil-A, he kept yelling at me to get him off the car. I didn't know how to, so I was just going back and forth really quickly. And then Mark kicked the windshield and take.
Her tears falling down her neck, bro. Yo, Tay K, if I'm you, I'd be like, yo, timeout. Can we call a timeout? Yo, I'm already doing 55. Just give me the next 55, bro. Let me get out. Yeah, he is done. He is done, gang.
Tay K opened the door and shot him.
Okay.
She's shaking. Yo, chat. I'm only mentioning her body language because if you're a juror, remember you got no horse in this race. Why wouldn't you believe her? She had somewhat love for him because she used to be with him. She's clearly visibly shaken. She's crying. She's distraught. She clearly went through a traumatic event. Why would she just lie? This is how you're thinking. She can't keep herself together. It's like it's also affected her life permanently. You're believing her, bro.
All right. So when you were in the Chick,
I think this is what Meg did in court. That's what sent Tori to jail. Trust. This right here.
Chick-fil-A parking lot, and Mark was on the hood of the vehicle, who was sitting in the front passenger seat of the vehicle at that time?
Tamar.
What did you observe Tamar McIntyre do from the front passenger seat?
He shot up.
How did Tamar, did he exit the vehicle or did he roll the window down? How did he shoot?
Yeah, he opened the door and leaned out on one leg.
Now, do you see the person that shot Mark Anthony Saldivar in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you please point to him and identify him by an article of clothing he's wearing?
He's wearing a white shirt.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Tamar McIntyre. Now, I need to back up a little bit, and I apologize.
Damn, bruh. By the way, she ain't no snitch, she ain't nothing, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to you. Tay K was wildin'.
When you all were at, where did Mark's backpack end up?
But Jalen had it.
Well, I'm gonna back up a little bit back to the stoplight on McCullough, okay? Did Tamar ever gain Mark's backpack at any point?
Yes.
Okay, and when was that?
And when they were fighting him.
Okay. And regarding, where was the backpack once you all were in Chick-fil-A? Do you know where it was or you didn't see it at that time?
I didn't see it.
Okay. Now, when you all were at that stoplight at McCullough and 410, prior to that, did you have any knowledge of Tamar's intentions to take Mark's belongings at gunpoint?
No, ma'am.
Okay, but then what did you observe occur?
He was robbing him.
And that's at the stoplight?
Yes.
Okay. When you all, well, I'm going to publish State's Exhibit.
Let's skip a little bit.
Now, is that a fair? Now, is that a fair and accurate representation of the events as they occurred on the offense date?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the fucked up thing about this whole case, too, by the way, you know, of course, I do respect her tears, but I think the way our police went to investigate this crime was probably to tell these people, hey, listen, you're in the car with Tay K. We have reason to believe he shot the gun, but if you don't cooperate with us, we're just going to act like y'all did the murder. You know? So I do believe a little bit of that's going on. So, like, when you're seeing, like, this overplaying it up, like, you got to realize, like, these people had some culpability too. However, you know, if you make it look good, you're not going to either get charged, you're going to get immunity or something of the sort.
Yeah. Permission to approach the witness, Your Honor. Go ahead. Well, I'm going to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibits numbers 119 and State's Exhibits number 1.
Objection.
Okay, so that was sidebar.
Right here.
That's me.
And is that your motor vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
So it appears that she's the driver, Tay K's in the passenger seat, and looked like there's another guy in the back, and then the camera guy was there too.
What seat are you seated in?
The driver's seat.
And regarding State's 120, I'm going to approach. So you can't see. Regarding State's Exhibit number 120, can you explain to me what's going on with the back passenger window right there?
Jeremiah has it rolled down.
Okay. Now, after the defendant shot Mark Saldivar in the Chick-fil-A parking lot, where did you go? What happened?
He wanted me to keep driving because he didn't want the cops to get there. So he had directed me through the window to drive, and I went down the access road and took the first left and stopped at a Mexican restaurant.
Okay. I'm going to back up a little bit before we get to the Mexican restaurant. Was Mark Saldivar ever shot inside of your black Kia Forte?
No, ma'am.
At any point, did you see Mark Saldivar with a weapon on him?
No, ma'am.
To your knowledge, did anyone else in the vehicle have a firearm?
Jalen.
But who was the only person that you saw with a firearm in the motor vehicle?
Tamar.
And so when you get to the Mexican restaurant, what happens?
I parked the vehicle, and then they started getting out of the vehicle, and then I got out of the vehicle, and they were going through the backpack, and then also going through his wallet, throwing things out.
Okay. I want to back up a little bit. Do you recall who got out of the vehicle first?
Tamar? Or no, Jeremiah.
Okay. And then after Jeremiah got out, do you know where Jeremiah went once he got out of your vehicle?
No.
Okay. Did he ever come back and meet with you there at the Mexican restaurant?
No.
Okay. And then who got out of the vehicle after Jeremiah did?
Tamar.
Okay. And so you said, do you know where Mark Saldivar's backpack was at this time?
Jalen had it.
Okay. And regarding Mark Saldivar's belongings, who did you observe with Mark Saldivar's wallet?
Jalen.
Okay. Do you know if there was anything inside of the wallet?
He had got upset because there was only $10.
When you say he got upset, who are you referring to?
Jalen.
Can you please describe to the jury the demeanor of Tamar McIntyre and Jalen Bell at the Mexican restaurant once you all got off the vehicle?
They were kind of going back and forth, and then Jalen applauded him and gave him a high five, and they high-fived each other, and Jalen said, "You caught your first body."
Can you describe to the jury how you were feeling when you all were at the Mexican restaurant?
In shock.
Did you ever see what was inside Mark Saldivar's backpack?
No.
Did the defendant, Tamar McIntyre, ever make a statement to you about what was contained within the backpack?
Yes.
What was it?
He said there was a roll of condoms, a bottle of lube, and a whole other outfit.
Did the defendant ever make any statements about Mark Saldivar's cell phone? Or did anyone make a statement about Mark Saldivar's cell phone?
Jalen.
Do you know what he did with the cell phone?
He said he tossed it.
Objection, hearsay, confrontation.
Judge, it's an early opponent.
Okay. I think we got the gist of it, man. At the end of the day, man, Tay K was living a very irresponsible life. His actions resulted in a lot of people dying. And, you know, I don't know if he'll ever be out to get the opportunity to change his behavior, and hopefully that could help influence a few people. But I hope he does, you know, whatever happens with his trial, he's already doing 55. I hope he doesn't get consecutive lives or something like that. And if he's, you know, only looking at, you know, I know it sounds crazy, 55, shit, how old is he? He get out before he's 50? I know it sounds crazy, but that's one way to look at it. Okay.